Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol MWIP. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Done this one multiple times, but it has been a while since the last time I did it, and I've had a bunch of questions come in on it, and mainly the questions all revolve around where are some potential bounce areas, or in other words, what they're asking is where are some potential support areas. So that's what the core of the video is going to be. But before we get to that, because we are going to have to scrunch up the chart some, what I want to quick talk about is if there is any sort of bounce, where are some key levels of resistance that we can use to measure the strength of any sort of bounce. So in other words, if it starts to bounce, the more of these resistances that the price can break above and close above, the more genuine strength the bounce actually has. So first area here that you'd want to use to measure this kind of a strength gauge for a bounce is going to be right here at 0.02. So 0.02 going to be that first little area to gauge the strength of any bounce. The next key area of resistance on any sort of bounce is going to be up there at this level right here, which is 0.0256. So 0.0256, again, another area of resistance with where if there's any bounce, use these two levels to kind of take the temperature of the bounce. You know, if it can bust up here and start closing above here, I'd call that a pretty darn hot bounce. If not, then you know it's probably just kind of one of those little fool's gold type bounces. So keep these levels in mind as your little temperature gauge for a bounce. Now, in terms of potential bounce points, let's go find some levels of support. And like I said, I'm gonna have to scrunch up the chart quite a bit here, so I'll try to make it as easy to look at as possible. I'm gonna zoom in afterward after I map these out. So the first potential bounce area is going to be right, sorry, it's like I said, it's kind of hard to see. It's going to be right down here. If you look, you can see, actually we can do that. So we had a bunch of areas here where when the price made this big move here, it came down here, found support, and then went on that massive run there. So this level right here, we'll call this at 0.0127. So 0.0127 is going to be that first potential bounce point area of support. And then the next one after that would be the high of right here. You can see again acted as resistance and then a couple of times got back tested as support. So this level there is at 0.01, which isn't too surprising because 0.01 is usually a psychological level of support and or resistance too. So now let's go back to our chart here. And there you can see where the two levels of support are. So like I said, I know it got kind of messy with scrunching it up, but use these two levels as a potential bounce points. Unfortunately, it broke through these areas of support, which have now turned into resistance. But right around this penny area is where the bounce, it would more than likely take place. So be sure again to use these temperature gauges up here, but right around a penny to 0.012-ish, that's going to be the next potential bounce zone for the chart. So if there are any other questions though on the chart, please let me know. If not, and you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about charting, or maybe you already use charting but are looking for some advanced strategies, I'd encourage you to click below and look at our educational products. Multiple courses, whether you're a beginner or somebody that is advanced, have a couple different courses for you. They are available in instant download format, so you can get started on them literally today. So I'd encourage you to click down there and check them out. Once more, this was MWIP. Thanks for listening and have a good one.